In this video, we are going to study how to identify and interpret integers. So the first thing is, what are integers? Now, if you remember, in your previous years, you have studied about whole numbers. So let's recall what are whole numbers. The whole numbers are all the numbers starting from 0 and onwards. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on are said to be whole numbers. Now in whole numbers, no decimal is included, which means if I am writing 1.1, so this is not a whole number. So the digits containing the decimals are not the whole numbers. So integers are actually the whole numbers with the positive and the negative whole numbers. What do I mean by that? So I have 0. Starting neutral point is 0. Okay. Now the numbers increase on the right hand side. So they will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. And there are some numbers which are decreasing on the left hand side. So what are they? They will be -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Now why do we use the negative and positive numbers? Look at the number line. Okay, this is said to be a number line. Now on the number line, you can clearly see that there is a point 0. On the right hand side, all the positive numbers are written. And on the left hand side, in blues here, all the negative numbers are written. Now actually, the positive numbers are giving you the distance of the numbers from 0 on the right hand side. The same way, the negative side also is giving you the distance of the numbers from the 0. Now, just to show you that the distance from the 0 on the left side are shown by the negative numbers, and on the right side the numbers are increasing and the distance will be positive. There are some words that can be used to express the positive integers and the negative integers. So for example, this is the water level, right? This is the water level. Now here you can see the depth of the ocean or depth of the sea. Okay, you are standing here. And above the water level, okay, on one side you are standing, and below the water the fishes are living, right? So let's see that this level of the water is said to be 0. Okay, it is expressing the 0. You are standing on the top, so you will be expressed by the positive numbers, and the distance of that water level to the fish, because they are below the water level, so they will be expressed by negative. So you can see above, okay, it will be expressed by positive, and below will be expressed by negative. Similarly, if you have the money, okay, if I give you, then it is positive, but if I borrow from you, it is negative. If you win, positive. If you lose, negative. If you gain, positive. If you lose, negative. If you have more money, it means you are positive. If you have less money, it means negative. When you deposit something, okay, in your bank account, it is positive. When you withdraw something, it will be negative. It means you are taking. If you give something, it is positive. If you take from something, it is negative. If you credit, yani if your account is credited, then it is positive. If there is a debt on you, then it is negative. If your height is increasing, it is positive. If your marks are decreasing, it is negative. If something is up, it is positive. If something is down, it is negative. So understand the concept of the words, what can be explained by the positive numbers and what can be explained by the negative numbers. And we will not say right now the numbers, we are studying about the integers. Now look at the number line. If I ask you to on the number line, can you just graph or express -6? Okay, so what you will do, you will see where is the -6? This is the -6. What is -6, right? It is the distance. It is the distance from 0. Okay, so it is 6 digits towards which side? Towards left side. Right? Yani from here till here, the distance from 0 till the 6 on the left hand side is expressed by -6. Okay. Now, what is the opposite of -6? Okay, what is the opposite of -6? The opposite of -6, of course, will be +6, right? Now look at this. How can you differentiate the +6 and -6? So -6, it is the distance from the 0 to the 6 on the left side, and the 6 is actually the distance of something from 0 till 6 units on the right side. So this one is the left side and this is the right side. Okay, so on the second number line, can you express +2? Yes, I can express +2 by putting a dot on the +2. Now explain +2. It is the distance of 2 units towards the right from 0. Okay, from 0. What is the opposite of 2? It is actually the -2. Can we express it on the graph? Means 2 and -2? Yes, of course we can express 2 and -2 on the graph and by these two numbers. So I hope that this concept is clear to you. Okay, now look at this. Fergal is recording the number of yards in his school football team. Gained or lost. Remember, gain means you are getting something. It means plus. Lost, it means you are losing something. Okay, so it is minus. How can you model or represent the opposite of each loss or gain shown in the table? Okay, gain of 2 yards. What is gain of 2 yards means? It is +2, right? What is the opposite of +2? Of course, the opposite of +2 is -2. Okay, now the next, loss of 4 yards. What is loss means? Loss means negative and 4. What is the negative 4's opposite? It would be plus 4. Okay. Loss of 8 yards. Loss means negative and then 8. What is the opposite of negative 8? Yes, it's positive 8. Gain of 13 yards. What is gain means? Positive and then 13. What is the opposite of plus 13? It's negative 13. What is loss of 2 yards? Loss means minus and then 2. What is the opposite of minus 2? Positive 2. So I hope that we understood this thing. Okay, now in the words, negative means loss, right? Positive means gain. So wherever it is positive written, you write the gain, and wherever negative is written, you will write the loss. Positive means gain. And then we'll write what? Loss of, right? 2 yards. Here 4 means gain of 4 yards, right? Plus 8 means gain of 8 yards. Minus 13 means loss of 13 yards. What is meant by plus 2? Gain of 2 yards. Right? So gain means plus, loss means minus. Now let's see what is 0 means, and then if I told you that if the numbers are on the left side, they are the distance from the 0 on the left hand side. If the numbers on the right side, so they are the difference from the 0 to the right side. Natural numbers are the numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all positive, no negative. Whole numbers always start from 0 and then positive side, no decimal. And integers are the negative numbers, are the positive numbers, including 0, but no decimal. Okay, so positive numbers can be written with a positive sign or can be written without positive sign. So for example, 2 is written. So what sign is written before 2? Before 2, no sign is written, right? No sign means automatically it is positive sign. But if I write negative 2, so yes, to express some loss, I have to put the negative sign. And negative means negative. But this 2 can be written as 2. It means positive 2. It can also be written as positive 2. Let's try to do these questions, right? 4 yards gain. Gain means what? Plus. And we can write it as plus 4. 1 yard loss. Loss means minus and then 1. 4 yards loss. Loss means minus and then 4. What does 0 represent in this situation? 0 is a neutral number. 0 is a neutral number which shows that no gain and no loss. Okay, because loss is represented by the negative number, gain is represented by positive number. So 0 means it is a neutral number, which means no gain, no loss. What do negative numbers represent in this situation? Of course, we know that they represent loss. And positive numbers shows gain, right? Now complete the number line. Then graph each result from the table. Okay. On the right side, 0, 1, then 2, then 3. On the left side, -1, -2, -3, -4 and negative sign. Okay, now they are asking you to graph this table. So +4. Where is +4? Here on the number line. -1. So where is -1? Put a point here. -4. So where is -4? Here is -4. Complete the number line. Okay. So on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the left side, but every number but the negative side. Okay. -4, -9. Graph the opposite of -2. So what is the -2? What is the opposite of -2? The opposite of -2 is +2, right? Where is the +2? Here. Explain how you use the number line to find the opposite. So look at this, okay? So where is -2? -2 is this thing, right? So distance from the 0 to the 2 on the left side will be expressed by -2. But the same distance you can see on the right side will be expressed by +2. So next B part, the integer 3 is 3 units from the 0, right? On the number line. Which integer is also 3 units from the 0 on the number line? Of course, -3, right? -3 is the integer that shows distance from that shows 3 units from 0 but on left side. How is this integer related to the integer 3? Both are the distance from the 0, same distance from the 0, but one on the right side and one on the left side. How many units from 0 is 0? How many units from 0 is 0? No unit, okay? Why? Because 0 is 0. It means that no distance is covered. What is the opposite of 0? Now, 0, look here. 0 is the neutral number. It is exactly in the middle, right? You can't go on the right, you can't go on the left. It is exactly in the middle. So there is no opposite of 0 because it is in the middle and is the neutral number, and 0 means no distance is covered. Okay, you didn't go anywhere, you stopped, you stay, you didn't walk to the right, you don't walk to the left, you stay standing on the same place. What is the opposite of 5? Of course, the opposite of 5 is negative. Now this is written as -5. Why? Because negative side means this negative and -5 means that on the left side the 5 unit distance is covered. An investment gains. Gains means what? Plus. $5 in the value of one day. The next day it lost. Loss means minus. How many? $3 in the value. Represent each of these integers, right? So +5 and here -3. Iman is playing a game. On one turn she earns. Earns means she get. So get means positive, right? She earns 2 points. And on the next day she loses 5 points. Loses means take away. That means 5 points she took away. graph her turns on the number line. So where is 2? Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where is 2? Here is plus 2. Then here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So where is -5? Here. Let's see. What is the opposite of 4? Of course, -4. What is the opposite of -8? It will be +8. Opposite of -25 is +25. If I am not writing positive, it means it is understood this is positive. And for 121, the opposite is -121. Okay, let's try yourself. Pause the video, try to do this question without me, come back and then check that can you do it or not. Last week, her time spent running decreased by 2 minutes. Decreased means slow down, okay, lesser. It means minus. So how can we write? -2. This week, her time spent is increased by. Increased means more, okay? So it will be +1. In other words, what is the opposite of increased by 1 minute? Increase opposite means decrease by 1 minute, right? Decrease by 1 minute. That is the opposite. So how can we express it? Decrease means minus and 1 minute means 1, -1. So if something is +1, it's what integers represent the opposite. So opposite of +1 is -1.